Hey, Podcast America. I don't know what episode number this is. It's been a minute. Welcome to the Enlightened Neanderthals,
where we talk about world issues,
philosophy,
enlightenment,
intelligence,
and horny cave women.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, that's all you need.
Yep. I don't know. I guess we're talking about the Epstein release and whether or not anything will actually come of it.
I think Bill and Hell's Excellent Adventure is going to lead to some crazy stuff. And if you're going through crazy
headlines.
Yeah.
But I don't know about actual action.
I was trying to lead you into a vortex.
We got a vortex?
Yeah, because of crazy things happening. Maybe you need a Vortex Optic.
Which you can buy from Training Northwest.
Ooh, who are they?
You can find them, Mike. I'm glad you asked.
Pretty good at this.
At trainingnorthwestllc.com.
Yeah.
Range classes. I am no longer posting public classes. If you want to book a private session, those are available. You can email me at trainingnorthwest@protonmail.com. In the past, I used to say group sessions only for efficiency, but I actually really enjoy the one-on-one and one-on-two small group sessions. So I am doing those now. So get a hold of me for pricing and availability. I think that's about it. Oh, grounding method at groundingworkshop.com. Fuck, I might be wrong on that one.
They're hitting their internet browser right now. Like, this isn't working.
But all this hippie woo-woo stuff we talk about, if you want to get a taste of it without the plant medicine, a grounding workshop is a great way to do that. And it's Christy and I teaching you guys how to regulate your own nervous system every day in your life.
Super Bowl is happening. We're not watching it. We're
not
American.
I hear the Seahawks are playing today. I could not name a single player on the team, which is wild because I used to love NFL football, but once it got political, I just turned it off.
Oh, when everyone was taking a knee.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stand up, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's right. Like I turned on the TV to watch a football game. I don't want to know shit about anybody's opinions. I don't want to listen to Joe Buck's retarded ass up in the fucking booth. I just wanted to watch some fucking football, please. It can't be that, so I turned it off.
Were you the guy? Like I had a buddy, and it would be like Sunday morning. He would wake up at like 7 to watch the 10 o'clock East Coast game.
Oh no,
till 5.
I used to
8
love.
o'clock.
I used to love that. Like Sundays, I would put a pork butt in the crock pot and get a bunch of like bullshit snack food, like wings and chips and dips and stuff like that. And I would love just the whole day because I genuinely love the game of football.
Yeah.
And same thing, like I love the Monday night game and then the Thursday night game and the Sunday night game. And I was like, this is the greatest. But it was purely from a love of the game of football.
Would you drink beer during it on Sunday?
Yeah, but I wouldn't start till like 10 a.m. I'm not a fucking animal.
Dude, I'd be blacked out by 1.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so much football and beer, dude. Yeah. That's why
I would not always drink beer, but I always would have
sometimes
the junk.
Whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes vodka.
Maybe that's why it is all just beer commercials, because they're like, we just know people are going to drink all day.
When we talk about the Matrix, look at what you're being sold during the Super Bowl. Just pay attention to the commercials you saw during the Super Bowl and what you are being sold.
I think it's just Coors Light and Geico commercials.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Car insurance and beer. Yeah.
Get hammered and buy some fucking insurance.
So when you drive home wasted, you can have your car fixed.
Yeah. It's all like pharmaceuticals, alcohol, and insurance.
That is true.
Have I missed anything? What else is being advertised during a football game?
Done.
Yeah.
That's the corporate model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
All right. Well, enjoy the episode, you guys.
Let's all go to Epstein Island.
I don't even know what to say about this other than, I guess we'll figure out what to say about it. But right before you got here, Christy and I were talking about it, and I have not been paying much attention to anything. So I know that there's been a bunch of big revelations about Jeffrey Epstein. My thing, I already believed it all 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's funny, my friend Stefan, you know Stefan.
Yeah.
He's been telling us this shit for 15 years. You know what I mean? So I went from you guys are all nuts to after COVID, I was like, okay, I think actually that's more probably correct than not, to now it's like this is the next round of people getting kicked over the cliff and seeing it for what it is. And so the reason Christy and I were talking about it is because today she had like the zoom out moment where she saw the whole system, the big, like the global system of control and, you know, the elites versus the citizens and et cetera, et cetera. So while I am not spun up on what is going on right now, other than there's been some big revelation,
well,
I guess I already kind of know most of it.
We do know it, but it seems like they're more information.
The only sorry to cut you off. The only question is this just going to be another round of nothing happens?
That's kind of
is that where we're at?
Yeah. No, I mean, well, it does seem like Bill and Hillary, they got subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress and have a hearing.
So what?
Well, they tried it. Well, this
is across, like, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people involved in this at very high levels of officialdom everywhere.
Well, the thing I think that might be interesting about it is doing that with Bill and Hillary's excellent adventure. I think
hold this right here.
I think maybe and Trump even said the other day, he goes, he's like, oh, it's so bad they're going after Bill. He's a good guy. I like him. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Yeah, because for so long you've been going against him. And
it's all show.
Yeah. And now it's like, oh, he's a good guy and you think he's cool. And so
prior to becoming a Republican, like 6 years ago, wasn't Trump
was always a Dem.
Yeah, wasn't he one of the biggest donors to the Democratic Party and to the Hillary Clinton Foundation?
They even liked Trump in the beginning because they thought like, oh, I'm going to run against this buffoon and smash him into the rocks. They didn't think Trump had a chance back in 2015. What about Bill Gates?
16? Did it come out? Is he in this latest release?
There was. So Epstein wrote a email to himself talking about how Bill had contracted like chlamydia or something.
Oh, shit.
And then he went home and had sex with Melinda.
Oh, no.
And so he was trying to get like medicine.
Antibiotics.
And like crush it up or put it in her oatmeal. Probably.
Oh, sneak it to her.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're thinking he was trying to do. And he just recently spoke to like Australian news or something. And he's like, oh, this is all fake. Sure. But what I think might be interesting about the Bill and Hillary excellent adventure is that I think they might, you said Trump is a disruptor, right? And I do see that's kind of his moment, or that's his role in all of this. And I do think Hillary wanted to be president, right? She's always been in the background peripherally.
Power hungry.
Yes, power hungry, but she's never been
right. She's always been
the top
She's
dog.
been able to circle around Secretary of State and First Lady, never able to secure the seat.
And I think she really thought in 2016 she was going to be the president. I think we all thought she was going to be the president. But once again, the disruptor. And then, so I think, for some reason, I think maybe the Clintons might say some crazy shit to throw Trump under the bus and to get him out, to get him out of politics, to have him impeached. And so they tried to have Bill and Hill talk about, like, go in front of a Senate committee or have a hearing, and they threatened to sue, and they backed off. But now with this latest email dump, they're like, no, you can be arrested if you don't testify. And so this testifying thing,
this happens all the time where people get called to the mat on Capitol Hill and they have to testify in front of Congress, and then that's as far as it goes.
But that's what I mean. Like, to get Trump out, maybe they will say some wacky shit.
Yeah, but do you agree nobody's going to get arrested? There will be no repercussions for this, or do you think something's coming?
It seems like from the public, there's been such an outcry for more and more, like let's get some transparency in here. And, remember Kash Patel and Dave Bongino been like, I saw it. There's nothing to see here. That's right. Don't worry.
But weren't they both like podcast personalities that were railing for more exposure?
Bongino, I don't know what Patel did before. All this, but
he was working at a 7-Eleven
for all security.
Yeah. We're out of strawberry slushy,
dude.
Sorry, next week.
Patel's, I can't look at him without fucking cockeye,
cross eye.
Yeah, dude. It's like every time he speaks, I just stare right at his eye and zone out.
Hey, right here. Hey, look at me.
But so I think maybe like this hasn't gone away, and people are demanding more and more information, and there's more talk of like pizza, like the Pizzagate stuff's coming back. Yeah. So it's all coming back, and so I think this is just growing more momentum with the public, and so I do think maybe the Clintons will fucking Hail Mary it and throw Trump under the bus to be like, let's get him out of power and say some crazy stuff about the game eating just goes babies.
On and the elites remain in power and they continue having.
But that's what I mean. Maybe that is his job as the disruptor, is to disrupt things and disrupt the system. Be the Christ figure that gets sacrificed.
No, not the Christ figure.
But,
definitely not.
But in doing so, it shows even more the facade of
he's the
government.
chaos machine that shakes apart the house of cards.
Yeah. So I think this could be a potential for it to get even like what they think is, if we throw him under the bus, we'll get immunity. But in doing so, it just creates more chaos across the nation and destabilizes the entire system.
I'm less concerned with what happens with Bill and Hillary's testimony and wondering at what point do we do something?
Yeah, well, England's going through it right now because they saw how much their former, prime minister was involved with Epstein. It came out on these files.
Prince Andrew?
No, not Prince Andrew. The guy that was prime minister before the guy now. Who cares about
Austin Powers?
But it's also like you've seen how much England's lost it, how much they're arresting people for speaking out against migration.
Twitter posts.
Yeah, and then they see that the people that have been allowing these laws to be enforced, how much of just pieces of shit they are. And so that creates more destabilization. And so it's like maybe these things, as this stuff keeps coming out, maybe this is a spark for people, the nation, to kind of be like, wait, why are we listening?
More than just the nation. It's like all of
the world.
Yeah, all of the world.
And it's like, I don't know what Epstein's real role was. Was he an agent, like a Mossad informant with Israeli ties? Was he just a normal fixer that got powerful people, like, here's girls, here's...
At this point, I think it's pretty clear that he was a Mossad agent.
I kind of think that,
and he may have been dual run by the CIA as well, like this whole honeypot... blackmail operation, but he was a paid asset of intelligence agencies.
Yeah. And so it's like, so what are you doing with these plays though? Like I feel the more weak
they're capturing people compromised with underage girls and then blackmailing the heads of state.
But that's what I mean. When you're blackmailing the people, what is it allowing you to do? What money being run is being allowed to fund certain things? It's not like the CIA just goes, we're going to, like the whole Iran-Contra thing. They had to get money and they couldn't just be like, we'll take some tax dollars. Exactly. They're like, we'll sell drugs to fund wars.
Yeah.
So I think, and it's like to you and me, this seems like normal. It's like, that's how this works.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And so I feel like Bill and Hill's Excellent Adventure. I love that. I think that might lead to like the chaos. It has to be the phoenix burning to be reborn. you know?
And it's not even lit yet. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It ain't even lit yet.
Yeah, it's a little magnesium striker and a
right.
few sparks are getting thrown at it, but it's ready to go off. And so, yeah, the whole Epstein, and I can't believe that they released more. It's like, why would they even release this stuff? This is under Trump's DOJ. You know, and there are implications of, it shows him, you know, there's communications with Trump. I like that one story where he's like, yeah, I flew with them, and I went to an event, but I hung out with the staff.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Sure you did, buddy.
He's a man of the people, dude. He's hanging out with the workers.
I smoked pot, but I did not inhale.
Oh, he inhaled something else. 12-year-old's fart, dude.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh my God. Huh.
But yeah, so I think it's, you know, like you said, we always say the truth will eventually come out. You can tell there's bullshit, and the cream is always rising to the top. And I think this just provides more evidence, because it was like in 2016, 17, remember when you all had an uncle that was like, QAnon, we got Q drops and stuff, and they would talk about Pizzagate, and everyone was like, dude, you're nuts, you're crazy. But
I also
it's coming out true.
I also think that QAnon was a psyop to keep people,
to make it sound so ridiculous that it can't be believed.
That affected half of the population, and then there was another like 20% who, like, full send believed that there were quote unquote white hats working behind the scenes to save everybody.
Yeah.
Which kept them sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like, the people who were most concerned were on the sideline because they believed that there was like these anonymous people, like the white, quote unquote, the white hats. So it's like, man, you can sort of see how it's like, it was, I don't know.
Well, and through
I have no idea where I was going with that.
Well, wasn't it in 2012 when Obama re-signed the NDAA? Yeah, and that allowed for, like, the government could provide false information and disinformation, right?
Yes, for the first time inside the continental United States. Prior to that, it could only be used for sedition by the agency, against a foreign adversary.
So, like, seeing this stuff kind of come out more and more, I think it hits the mainstream, like CNN. I think Fox News guys are already covering it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Probably. But I feel like you're more of your mainstream news. Like,
is it on mainstream news, or is it only on, like, social media?
I think it's so hard to avoid this now. Like, this last drop within the last week, it's just demanding more attention. And you know, it seems like every week there's something new with immigration or ICE, or, don't get me wrong, ICE is like, it's a free-for-all blasting people. Yes. But
kicking dogs.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't think this is getting lost, because even Trump's administration, like, you know, Kash Patel and Bongino, they're like, oh, there's nothing to see here. But the people still were like, fuck you, this isn't over.
Yes, and now those guys are outed as liars as well.
Yeah.
Who, as soon as they got pulled into the system, immediately flipped their...
Yeah. And so it's just showing more and more of the hypocrisy and the facade. And like that 2012 National Authorization NDAA. Yeah. Just showing, like, your government isn't really seeming to be transparent and have you in your best interest, you know? And that it's like being cheated on by someone. Like, you don't have trust in them. You don't have faith. Now you question everything they do. Yeah. And that it's not just a couple QAnon guys. This is transversing all media into the normal zeitgeist in public. So this could lead to, you know, this could lead to more information coming out. As we get more hearings, I guarantee you more people will be interested. Like when they had that UAP hearings, it's like, I watched that,
but nothing comes of it.
It doesn't.
What came?
But then, like they have people that are like, oh, we're on the UFO retrieval program.
Congressional hearings are a giant theater so that people feel like they're vindicated, like, aha, see? But then nothing ever comes of it, which is why I say the Bill and Hillary hearing, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but like that UFO or UAP hearing, like there are like Goresh, and they had all kinds of people testifying. They had people saying, I am on a UFO retrieval unit. We actually have tactics to where we can shoot these things down with EMP weapons, and we retrieve and we get their technologies.
Were they military or were they private? Like working
private,
like
yeah.
Raytheon or Boeing or
all those guys. Yeah, Boeing, Lockheed, all that stuff. But it's like, but the mainstream doesn't pick up on it. But if you watch it still, you're like, holy shit, it's true. You know, the things that are like, everyone would be like, if this was a movie, it'd be nuts. You know, if there was aliens, that would be crazy. And then you have a hearing and they're like, yeah, they're here and we hunt them. So I think as more of this gets brought constantly in front of the faces of people, it has to keep stirring, because there are victims. There are people, nefarious people, making decisions and in leadership positions that are doing this stuff. And it's like, you know, you always say, well, when is enough enough? Well, these are those things that lead to, like, when we're constantly inundated with bullshit to confuse us, it seems like these are the things. Child rape is like a line in the sand for most of America. And it seems like, you know, as more of it comes out, it's drawing that line deeper and deeper.
Yeah. And
it's not,
that's why I say, when is enough? Like, when do we say we're done waiting for congressional hearings and actual, like, I think we can both agree that Kash Patel and Dan Bongino they tried to cover it up, so they're sure as shit not going to go try to arrest people. Yeah. So when do moral men take over?
I think, it's confusing. It's like, all right, so I know this stuff is true, so what do we do? You know, it's like, so what does change look like? And I've always thought that, like, okay, we know the system's corrupt, but so what does change really become? Because change could become just chaos in the streets. And it's like, all right, so now we just live in anarchy and total disarray. But as a person that wants their neighbors to do well, and their friends and their citizens and the towns around them to prosper, you know, maybe it has to fall into complete chaos for every person in the United States to get a taste of that, to be like, all right, I will protect those around me, and I will work hard for us to have a cohesive nation. But it has to start with Bill and Hill's excellent adventure, I think, to get that. Because, you know, because that's what an accident is. It's not.
I did not eat that woman's baby.
Didn't eat pussy. That's the crazy thing, is Bill's already been up there for sex stuff. This is this would be the second time he's talking about, like, sticking cigars in places or munching box, you know? Yeah. Huh. So, yeah. Bill is a pussy hound.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many presidents you think are?
Oh, all of them.
You think?
All of them. You know, what people who pursue that position are living in massive ego.
Yes. Well, they even said, Einstein, they said, was a pussy hound, but maybe it was just because he was
like, doesn't look the part.
I know. When you saw that picture,
I can't see it,
dude. You've seen that picture where he's got his tongue out,
like the Jufro and the big mustache.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Well, maybe. Oh shit! Maybe he was like the original porn star. Like he was hanging out at university campuses his whole life.
Jewish Ron Jeremy.
Yeah. Is it Ron Jeremy Jewish?
I don't. Is he? Probably, he is. Yeah, probably. He looks like it. But yeah, the Epstein stuff, it is crazy. And then there's nut stuff. And that's the thing too with it's like, so what is real and what is fake? Are things being thrown in there that are like meant to sidetrack you. Like, I think it even talked about George W. Bush, like
I'm sure he was neck deep in it.
But it said something like eating babies.
Yeah.
Like it said that.
Yes.
And it's like, do you think he ate babies?
I think that if you want to be president, you have to.
You have to eat a baby?
I'm sure.
How would you eat a baby? Do they eat them raw? Or
I don't know.
Do they have someone cook them?
I don't know.
A nice sous vide?
Yeah. Sous vide.
Sous vide. Yeah. Sous vide. Put them on a Traeger? I don't know. But
but I mean, there's these girls talking about how they were impregnated and then kept in captivity until they delivered their babies. And then the babies were taken from them and they have no idea where they went.
And, well, wasn't Epstein he thought he was a master race kind of guy? He wanted to impregnate tons of women, kind of like a Hitler thing, maybe master race.
That I don't know. But I think he was just a guy who enjoyed like the good life. I think he was in it for money. I think.
But wasn't he like a futurist? Like
I don't know about like his personal beliefs.
I think they're kind of in that, like the same way, like Bill Gates. It's kind of like
transhumanist.
Yeah, transhumanist.
Yes.
The ultimate dork. Like we can create a superior race of dorks. Yeah. I think he was kind of in it too. And it's like, but that's all the same thing as like Hitler, right? Hitler was like, we're going to create, the perfect people. They're going to be the smartest. They're going to be that's like Trump talk. But it's all in that kind of same.
Be the greatest AI.
But maybe we're seeing, like, this is putting in front of the general public that the people that want to control have an agenda of their own. It's not like they want to control because they want to help the people have a voice. It's like, no, we're going to do this in the disguise of the people.
Power lust.
But this is our own agenda. Yeah. And this is carried over, from the 50s then? From the 40s or 30s?
This is thousands of years.
Yeah, but the last time it was truly known, like World War II was like...
Last time what was truly known?
Like Hitler being like, create the superior race, and then the Japanese saying like, we're the children of the Emperor Hirohito, and we're godchildren, And after World War II, all that talk kind of like disappeared of hearing nations saying we're the best.
The religions didn't stop.
No, but like the master race or like... Because it became global, like, we're one, we're all on this earth, and so here's open trade and dissolving of border. Like, China was kind of the last stronghold with Mao, and then Mao went down, and then China opened up trade in the 70s, and look how much that changed our economy because it went from production
How did we get here from Epstein?
Creating your master people. Because he was a futurist and wanted to have tons of children under his lineage and stuff. But that's thinking that like you're the best, and then that stopped after World War II, and it became more like open. Everyone trades, everyone sells to each other. But in doing so, still, like these people that run the show seem like they believe that still. Like, they're reading Mein Kampf by candlelight.
Yeah, I don't think they give a shit about race. I think to them it's about class, like the old caste system where they are the elite and we are the serfs. Yeah, and it's our job to serve them, and it's why like you have what's the blue bloods, like the royal family that won't breed outside of itself, and so they've all sort of what's the condition they all have?
Retard.
Yeah, exactly. Because they won't breed outside their family. And then you have like the Clintons sort of clawed their way in from the outside. But once you're in, then you want to maintain that status. So then you protect it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Clinton sold a lot of cocaine in Arkansas and funded the Iran-Contra. So, they were immediately like, you're in the club.
But yeah, it's the club is attractive to people who are susceptible to power lust, and that's how they get pulled in.
But I think this is good though, like this exposure of this, because I remember talking a long time ago about like World War I. And it was like, well, why did World War I start? And it's like, yeah, we all know about Franz Ferdinand and like the assassin. Yeah, but it seemed to be like feudalistic kind of classes throughout Europe still saying, I'm in power.
This is actually a continuation of that. All these different monarchies, and they're all fucking related, by the way. Like the British royal family is German.
Yeah.
And so they're all across Europe. They're all interrelated, and they've all been fighting for power for centuries.
And
then I think it goes back even before feudal Europe, though. I think, actually, no, I don't. I think it starts with, all right, you want to know some deep rabbit holes. I think it starts with Rome and the Catholic Church. And I think that Rome swept north out of the Mediterranean and murdered all the Celts and the Germanics and the Norse and the Britons. And that is why we have no white people culture. Like, it doesn't exist because it was killed off by the Roman Empire probably 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. And then the message of Jesus was co-opted by the Catholic Church, and that became the empire. And the empire still exists to this day. It's changed its name and branding a little bit, but it's still here.
Yeah. So it makes me think that you're seeing like, it is, like you said, it is like a class warfare, but we're seeing that through these Epstein files. Like I said, this carries over into, like you said, Prince Andrew, but the former Prime Minister of England and stuff. And so everyone that's a peasant like us, you know, it's getting exposed to everyone that this class structure is still happening. Like, this is, you know, that was the bourgeois and the worker class of the French Revolution and stuff, and into Marxism, and all these type of things are still worse. This is our version.
The French Revolution is relevant right now.
Yeah,
with the anger building around this release.
Yeah, we need a Napoleon.
Yeah. All right, Greg, let's go.
He's too tall, dude.
That's right. He's got to row a boat across the ocean. He's going to miss the revolution. Sorry, buddy.
Dude, what if the revolution breaks out?
That's literally what I was telling Christy. I was like, what if they get to Hawaii and we're like, sorry, guys, it's over.
Yeah,
we did it without you.
We won it. Thanks, Rifleman Camp.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's wild that Trump's DOJ released more of this stuff, you know?
What was the conditions of the release? Was it a drop from DOJ? Did somebody hack in?
DOJ released it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a ton.
So Pam Bondi okayed this? Like, this is her?
Must have been. I mean, okay. Is she really at the helm?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. So
we all know why she was chosen.
But I don't. To me, it seems like it creates more chaos for the government releasing this. And if the government...
Trump revels in chaos. He is a fish in water in chaos.
Yeah. The only bad thing about Trump lately is there's no good names coming out. Like Sleepy Joe and, all these names.
Crooked Hillary.
Yeah. Now, and it just, it doesn't have the same wow factor.
That sucks.
And it does seem like he is involved a little.
China virus.
Yeah. Elon kind of wanted to go to some of these, and the amount of people that are being connected with this last drop. Like, Elon was emailing about, like, what's your wildest party you're going to have to Epstein.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, dang.
Like, he wanted to go, but
Elon wanted to get down.
I don't think they let him come.
Oh, too
literally.
Too weird.
Yeah. He's making fucking rockets to go to Mars. They're like, you stay.
Mm-hmm.
But
interesting.
I where this leads is, I don't know. Just it seems like at what point is enough? You know, it's like anything in life. You know, if it's a relationship you want out of, if it's a job that you don't find fulfillment, you have to get pissed off enough to be like, enough's enough. I'm done with this. And maybe it is people in the DOJ that like, dude, this is fucked up. Maybe people do know and they see stuff and they're like, let's just push it through. You know, we don't have to get the top. Like we can, it's how many, it's like 3 million documents or it's millions and millions.
So they haven't even been sifted.
Yeah. It's like a bill. Anytime a bill gets passed, it's like how much shit's in there. You don't even know. Yeah. It would take a lifetime to go through. And so this is what, 1 week out from that drop. So more stuff is going to keep coming out. It's going to take a while to sift through this. But it doesn't seem like the anger or the frustration or the want of clarity is dissipating from the American public. It seems like this is only heightening it.
Well, people want the clarity and they want the drama. I don't know that they want.
Is it the drama
anything,
or the truth of what's actually happening?
Well, if we acted on it, I would say they want the truth. But the reality is that since nobody seems intent on acting on it, I think it's that they want the drama.
But it's like most people in this world aren't awesome jujitsu people like us, or, you know, or have a background such as yourself or morals, you know, so it's like, what do you do when you're
they don't have morals and they're comfortable in their distractions.
So what do you do as a father of 4 with you live in a little suburbia, and you're finding this stuff out. Are you going to go to the Capitol? I didn't mean to say the Capitol. Are you going to go to your local state capitol, your representative? What are you going to do? You're going to tar and feather them? You just left work as a computer programmer,
But the other question in that is, if you're a father of 4, what kind of world are you leaving for your children?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Is it's like, well, I'm 45. I lived a good life. I had a good run. Like, are we gonna put our own comfort and safety ahead of our kids and just let this continue?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I know personally what I think, but me alone isn't going to do anything.
Yeah. Do you think there could be a rewriting of not the Constitution, maybe the Bill of Rights a little bit, like how government operates? Like, does this for transparency?
I don't think you can change. I don't think you can make real change by replacing the people within this system. I think this system has to go away. It's a rewrite. It's a restart.
Yeah. Maybe that's what comes from this, is a new operating system for America. I mean, shit, you think you still want Windows 95 on your computer?
Yeah,
no, there's always a new that comes out. But like, to operate with the original doctrines, like they never saw mass communication, global trade on this level. It's like maybe there is going to be a rewrite of how the world works and operates due to these things. And it's not just America. Like, you see how much America has fucked with other countries and, interfered with elections or started wars or pushed people out of industry or business due to engineering laws or rules or treaties or tariffs. Maybe this is an opportunity for the world to kind of collectively, my ultimate utopia world, maybe that does come from, having less control or transparency of the people by that feudalistic ruling class.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's the thing that I always get hung up on too. It's because it's like, okay, so we know it's fucked. So what do we do? How does the change happen? And just like anything, you need a George Washington figure. You need like fathers of the Constitution, like brilliant people, like people that can organize and create doctrine and get groups together, you know?
Yeah. It needs charisma and leadership.
Yeah. And maybe, you know, I've never been into leadership my whole life, you know, but I've been hit with more of it over the last 10 years that I've been at the gym and stuff. And maybe this is like the awakening of what leadership is. The American public is hungry for leadership. I mean, that's all fighting for red or blue is I think this person can, you know, is a great person, but we're seeing that both sides of the aisle have zero leadership. And so maybe this is where the American public starts to really ask themselves, what is leadership? What are morals? How do we want to be governed? Or, you know,
the current system runs on fear.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you're right. There is no leadership there. It's all just threat based.
And it's,
we live like everybody waving their American flag, saying land of the free. We live inside a system of fear enforcement.
Yeah. It's top down, and a real grassroots operation is bottom up. Maybe this is the bottom up starting of the American people. This is our baptism, our rebirth, you know. Father Mike here to lead you.
Yeah.
Fucking start my own island. My island would be fucked up, dude. It would be so weird. It would be
like the island of Dr. Moreau meets Playboy.
Oh God, dude! Animal
Playboy
people
Mansion.
hybrids, yeah. Sex robots, and then a shooting course followed by some Grand Theft Auto at 6:30. We're having a LAN party.
You guys want to go elk hunting and play Grand Theft Auto?
Oh my God!
What?
Welcome to paradise. The rebirth of America.
Yeah.
See, but I'm not the guy to write that doctrine. But I feel you can tell, I don't know, you just feel the pulse of the United States and of the people. And this is just another, you know, we thought COVID was going to do it. You know, it's right. Look at all this suppression and like.
And that was a far bigger event than this.
Yeah.
It actually touched people's lives.
It affected everyone.
Yeah, you're right.
And
this is nothing more than a social media blip.
Yeah. And especially children during the COVID. Look how many kids were forced to lose years of development, wear masks constantly and like not learn communication skills, develop phobias or fears or identification, like internal like hindrances throughout some of the most like crucial time development. Yeah. And all it was it got thrown into political, you know, it turned into politics. And now we're seeing how much politics just suck on both sides of the aisle. Yeah. And so I don't know, but hopefully Bill and Hill's Excellent Adventure pushes us into that.
Ends in jail. or on a hangman's noose.
Yeah. That would be.
That's the reality. If this is all true, then these people need to be executed. Like there need to be a lot of executions. There's no place for human beings like that in this world.
Pedophiles are a bad problem.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, so say,
especially if they're running a pedophile farm, like the entire border situation may have been created. There's like 30,000 kids missing from that.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's a bad audit.
Uh-huh.
Well, do you think, okay, so say if they test
all these MAGA retards cheering for ICE. Where are the 30,000 kids they lost at the border? Before you cheer them on in Minneapolis, you might want to find out what they did with all the children at the border down in Texas.
Probably say they just shipped them back. But that's why this is going to be nothing but excuses. And it makes me wonder, after World War II, they formed the Nuremberg trials, right? Do you say Bill and Hill testify and they drop a bunch of truth bombs thinking it'll give them immunity? This can't be our normal politicians and people in government saying, oh, this person needs to go out and that person needs to go out. It would have to be like a post-World War II trial to figure out what to do with all.
Tribunals.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I don't trust anything official anymore because we know the UN's corrupt. We know NATO's corrupt. We know all the governments that form these fucking organizations are corrupt. Who is ever going to trust organized government after this? Even people who are afraid to revolt against the system and so just go about their business, they also know not to trust it. It's very 1984.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, just fucking keep your head down, do your job, don't make waves. They won't fuck with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the Matrix.
Because then it's like, it makes me think of like January 6th. Those people are like, this is a faulty election. They truly thought like, oh, the government, like, they're duped. We're here to do something. It's like, you guys didn't do anything. Yeah. You had a guy smoke a cigar on Nancy Pelosi's desk. It's like nothing.
The Buffalo Shaman got up on the lectern.
That's going to be the people trying to lead the chaos instead of like.
I think that's more manufactured chaos. Like you put out the flyers and the notifications of an event like that, knowing that the people who are drawn to that are the ones who are a little like. They're like the Buffalo Shaman guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You knew you were going to get somebody like that who's going to do something ridiculous. You allow them to come in and walk around, and you get your media moments, and then you twist it into whatever you want.
During all this stuff, though, it doesn't seem like there's much mention of Chinese officials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that are number two, fighting for power to become number one. There's not a lot of them that are involved with this.
No, because I think the BRICS nations are distinctly opposed to the Israeli, U.S., Western European sort of empire.
But if I'm number two looking to be number one and I see all this stuff happening and the dissolving of the faith in the government by the American people, I'm seeing this as an opportunity. Like, I'm seeing, like, ooh, chess is happening, know?
Yeah, I have no idea what their move is in this.
Free iPods for everyone. iPods, who uses an iPod anymore? But something like, but that's...
iPods, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's when you declare war. That's when you have your Pearl Harbor.
I don't think they need to declare war.
We're already doing it on ourselves.
Yeah, this system is going to fall apart on its own. It's bankrupting itself.
Then it's like, that's a thing. Like, what was in the Civil War? Was it Fort Sumter? The first big battle? Yeah. And that was due to both the North and the South claiming they deserve the army, right? They're like, we need, because it had the artillery, it had the weapons, it had the troops. And it's like, as it dissolves, someone's going to want to claim their, the assets.
Someone will try.
Yeah. So it would be weird as, say, it does fall into a state of chaos. What is the military's role in this? I don't think it's to quell, like send in the National Guard and stuff like that. I kind of feel like the military would sideline themselves to be like, hey.
Or it might dissolve if
completely.
You know what I mean? Because if chaos is going on in your hometown, at some point you're going to be like, all right, deuces, I'm out. I got to go home.
But it's crazy. We don't live in a point in time where it's like tanks and artillery anymore. Now it's like, fuck, we got a couple.
Cyber warfare.
You just need 2 subs off the coast that can launch nukes anywhere, That's the scary part about the military now. And so it's like, who
or
are
just
those?
A swarm of drones.
Yeah, the drones, with iPods. We're not gonna take it. What's that music coming over the hill?
I can't think of the band. Oh shit, Sugar Ray. There's a bunch of drones with iPods playing Sugar Ray.
Hey, you play a little every morning.
There's a halo hanging.
That's the war I wanted.
No.
Yeah,
they're coming.
Yeah, fuck, dude. You watch those videos of Russia, Ukraine. It's like, goddamn, drone warfare is the scariest of warfare.
I was also talking to Christy before you got here about the insane amount of Star Wars parallels that are happening right now with all of the that kind of spiritual journey stuff we've been doing, like the similarities from in the when the Return of the Jedi. You know, when Luke goes into the swamp and meets Darth Vader, but it's not really Darth Vader. It's his the swamp is his subconscious, and Darth Vader is the shadow that lives in there, his fear that he has to go confront. And so that is very striking. And then the fact that in those movies, they're like drones become the militaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they're fighting drone armies. So the way to defeat the drone armies is not by out technologicaling them. It's by the Jedi Knights using the Force, which is like the biological counter to the technological innovation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, I could see some of that happening too as drones become physical battlefields are going to become more and more unmanned.
Yeah.
It's happening now.
It's a bunch of chappies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever see that movie?
What?
Chappie? It was the same guy that did District 9.
I don't think so.
District 9 was a good one.
District 9 was good.
Yeah, but it was like a robot in Johannesburg that was an AI thing like that. But yeah, it would be, and I mean, you see all these new robotics conventions and stuff. They've got humanoid.
Yeah. My personal like conspiracy theory about what they call the split, where some people will ascend and some will not, is not that there's like going to be a physical separation. We'll all still be walking around where we are, but some people will be fully tuned into the digital system, like with a neural link implanted in their mind or in their brain. And because if you have a neural link and you're downloading information, how do you know what comes from like your authentic self? Like what thoughts are yours and what thoughts have been, like transmitted in from your neural link, and then the other half will be fully separated from the digital network and fully into like the nature spirits, like Wiccan, almost like Wiccans or something, or witches and druids.
Do you think you could use any of that stuff to increase your ability?
Ability to what?
Like, be more human, like the same.
Yes,
like
I think that getting away from.
No, could you use those technological, like
a neural link to be more human
stuff to make your brain operate on like faster or higher? Because think about like protein powder or supplements. It's like, so what stops being you and what starts being like the chemicals or the things you put in there? Yeah, you know,
I don't know.
Like you're using supplements to make your body more efficient. Could you use some of that to make your brain more efficient?
Supplements
in that spiritual, like the transcending.
No, because I think at the point that other thoughts can be put into, like the whole point of a lot of this spiritual work is to deprogram the thoughts that were given to you by other people.
True, but that's what I mean. Like, so say what you're doing throughout life is...
So if you put a neural link into your mind or into your brain so that people can transmit thoughts into your mind, that's definitely the counter of this.
Right, exactly. But if you're, say, this human body, like you're tapping into your spirit. It's like your spirit doesn't live in your toe. Maybe it doesn't live in your head. Maybe it doesn't live in your heart. You're tapping into the entire universe as a collective conscious or something like that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like most people say they're not tapping into that very well. They're very distracted.
So they're looking for something to tap into.
But what if you had the ability to like rev up your antenna to tap into that spiritual realm?
I think you can. Like breath work is a great way.
Yeah. But like if there was a thing you like, besides like doing it through natural means, what if you
plant
could
medicine?
Yeah, that's what that
is. That's firing up the antenna.
Yeah. So if you can do that, like physically, that's changing your neurochemistry, then there has to be a way through these digital means to change your neurochemistry to rev that thing up. If you can mimic that same plant medicine through electronics or stimulation, there, it seems to me you could tap into that through.
But then you're adding an antenna that you don't have control of.
True. You'd need a firewall.
Yeah.
But that's the problem of technology, right? Because every time technology,
like something like a Neuralink is a false antenna to connect you to the false AI god.
Yeah.
Right. And so, it's a long explanation to see the parallels between, like, if you create an AI god and then surround the globe with Starlink satellites so that everybody can be connected all the time, and then encourage people to get these Neuralinks in their brain, then you can create a system where the AI is in constant communication with every human all the time. And that sort of parallels like the natural connection to source consciousness, where if we're all naturally connected to source consciousness all the time, then it's almost like they're creating this parallel system, which kind of mimics the original, but that someone else controls.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's...
And the difference then is that the AI has no original thought. It has no original spark.
Yeah.
Where your consciousness, your awareness is 100% original. So that's the duality, is that the beamed in AI consciousness via Neuralink would be the false system.
Yeah.
Because it's not authentic. It's curated. Because AI is a mirror. It doesn't think for itself. It just combs its known resources and then regurgitates the most common answer.
Yeah.
And so whatever is put into it is what it's regurgitating.
Yes.
So you can control and curate the information that is then beamed out to the masses. Whereas with your original source connection to consciousness, nobody can fuck with that. That's why I can say I am sovereign, because I found that. You can't cut it. You can't sever it. You can kill my physical body. You can beat it up, but you cannot sever that connection.
You need a Ricola, dude.
I know.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on?
I think it's that.
The pickle juice.
It's the V8 salty pickle juice in the red beers.
It's clearing my throat perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered if you could, if millions of years go by long enough, if a robot could ever achieve a soul. It's something I've thought about.
A robot always needs a rechargeable power source. It would have to have.
That's what we know of now for power. Like, our power source dies eventually.
What is your power source?
Food.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, because it has to have it to metabolize and create.
That's where the motive force of, like, your body needs food for mechanical energy.
Yeah.
What is the power source of Mike?
But that food is allowing the mind to continue on. Like, that allows.
The mind also, right, requires power, just like a data center.
Yeah.
What about the spirit of Mike? Where is that powered by?
That I don't know. Like,
right, that's the original spark.
But that's what I mean. Like, because we say, so think like single cell to multi-cell to us. It like something eventually grew into this ability to have consciousness or tap into collective consciousness. Mm-hmm. Maybe the way we see robots now is the single cell. But enough time goes on and life is nuts. Evolution does seem to be like what can't happen happens. Like, to me, human beings are still unexplainable, and what, the way we think and what we can do and what we're capable of and what we feel. It's like to be like, oh, that came from an amoeba. You're like, what? Huh. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it does. Like, that we're an accident of the cosmos.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Maybe that is life. Like, most things, think about crazy stories. So if anyone, it's always like, it was an accident. It just happened, and it's like, fuck, that kind of parlays our existence, So I've always wondered, like, if it was millions of years later, could something that wasn't organic become organic or have organic tendencies or tap into like the fabric of time-space consciousness? I don't rule it out, but I don't say it is.
I don't think so, because it doesn't have, I think awareness exists, like it's infinite. Yeah. So if you can't create a new awareness.
Right now with that single cell robot, but as it advances, as manipulation of matter through the universe to create power sources, as it starts to compound on itself, like cell division, like from single cell to multi-cell, they're like, there's only single cells right now, and then chaos happened. Unexplainably, you get multi-cell. I always think that is something like, what was it, Jeff Goldblum, chaos there? Nature will find a way, but robots are nature, right? Because they are created by man, right?
Yeah.
So it's like even the inorganic things are kind of organic because they're made by an organic.
They're tools.
Yeah.
A robot is a tool.
It's a tool for now. But just the same way, like, God, I have to think that first cell was like, oh, it's all of a sudden this planet was water and gases, and all of a sudden here's this thing, and it's a tool. It's creating atmosphere, oxygen. It's, it's living in the water, and it's creating carbon dioxide, and,
This is your robot?
No, that's basic, like, cell plant structure.
Oh, okay.
And that was a tool, like, what's this single cell going to do to this planet? It's just a tool.
Do you think we came from a single cell?
I have no clue, honestly, where, once again, Jeff Goldblum, chaos, nature will find a way.
Just out of cells splitting and accidentally we got all these different species?
I don't know.
And then we just happen to get to be conscious and aware of ourselves?
As of now, it's like, to me, it seems like everything in life starts with progression. There is nothing I know that is like, it's just great. Think about your shooting career. Think about your jiu-jitsu career. Think about your work.
That's all mechanical doing. I'm
no, but
about
even
the state of awareness.
But even you as a person, you started off as a baby without any greatness. Like you weren't, like, you didn't have complex thoughts. You didn't have complex action. Everything even the creation of the universe, it was plasma. There wasn't even fucking elements, they say, right? So I have to apply what I know in one thing into everything in my life. And that is one constant I see, is that progression happens. Nothing starts great and finished, right? That's why it's like, it's weird to think that God's like, here's man and woman, or here's this thing. And it's like, no, it's constantly like an accident of greatness from nothingness, And so for humans or for robots or any of this stuff, it has to start with something that sucked, That, I think that's in our genes. Like, that's why it is cool that a lot of what people in our group preach is adversity, because to go from single to double cell, there must have been tons of adversity that it had to overachieve. That is like a model imprinted in everything in existence, is even to get from like a mineral into like tons of a rock that's under tons of pressure. Well, it's a rock right now, but eventually it turns into something else, into dust, and then into or coal eventually turns into a diamond. Everything in this world starts off as something lesser, and it constantly
mechanically.
Yeah, but even thinking wise, I think like it must play into that. Like, I think consciousness at the beginning wasn't as conscious as it is now. Like, it had to start off as an act.
And then it began like, this is the book of Genesis.
Yeah. But I think that's why that's in there, is it even consciousness had to grow. Like, it wasn't like the universe was created and it's like, this is how you make an iPad. This is how you make a person. This is how you achieve happiness. This is like...
Well, when you become aware of yourself as one, then you have to separate yourself for contrast so that you can experience yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we are now is however many billion people are on the planet, like that many little points of separation of the one awareness for the sake of experience.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd we get to this from Epstein?
I don't know.
That's why this podcast fucking rocks.
Let's take a pee break or a end break.
All right, listen to your iPod. Being lost.
Yeah, and that is a great point. When it comes to here are all these big revelations, what next? You're right. We don't have any leadership, or what we do is entrenched in the system.
Yeah.
So that is what's missing is leadership that's saying, all right, this is what's next. This is how we get rid of these people.
And no one knows what to do. I mean, we count on everyone around us.
We're all institutionalized.
Dude, the road washes out during one of these storms. It's not like I'm there to be like, hey, this is what we do.
I'm going to go get my wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I just sit around and be like, well, someone else will fix it.
Yeah.
And I think that's most of the world is someone else will handle this.
Or at least most of the Western world.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you get a washout in fucking South America or Mongolia. Yeah, it's like, well, no, the people kind of start to fix it. And that's kind of the problem. That road probably is shit for a long time.
That is why the dependence on Big Brother leads to a control system that people can't exit or that people struggle to exit. Because they don't, they're so entrenched in the services that they can't exit them.
Well, yeah.
So dependent on services.
And it's hard when you have a life too. You know, it's like you have children and trying to work a job. It's like most people don't have the time to go fucking reform the government or restructure, voting regulation or restructure transit or trade laws and so it's like we always say, it's like, oh, the system needs to burn down. But God, maybe the system burning down is maybe it does just lead into the collapse of everything.
Well, yeah, that's the system burning down.
But I mean, like, it's not like it gets rebuilt. It just turns into, thousands of years of just pure chaos.
I don't think so. I think in the absence of a control system, there will be a short period of chaos. And then I think, we've talked about this before, I think everybody sort of falls back on morality.
It would just be small villages and tribes then again.
Yeah.
But small villages and tribes are...
the way it's supposed, like that's what humans are sort of like meant to organize.
But then I think you would see a decline in less like advancements. Like decline in medicine, decline in travel.
Look where the Industrial Revolution has got us so far.
Yeah. But it has gotten us to space. It has gotten us cool airplanes. Yeah, I know we always say that. But like,
you go back and watch some of those moon landing videos. The effects are pretty bad.
But having a Ferrari is pretty cool. Having a Blackbird is pretty cool.
I get it.
Having open heart surgery is pretty cool.
Like being able to set a femur. And
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It just, that would.
But also having this overarching system that just fucking feeds on you your entire life sucks balls.
Crushes people.
And I will sacrifice, again, freedom comes with all of the danger and all of the responsibility.
Yeah.
So that's why most people in the end choose control, is because it comes with services.
Yeah. Do you think,
but also most people are miserable in that they're afraid.
Yes.
They're afraid to exit those services, but they're fucking miserable within them.
Do you think that's part of life, is like being in misery? Like maybe that's the one thing the Roman Catholics got, but like right now, everyone working in a cubicle is like, I just want to go out in the woods and live in the woods and hang out there. But do you think people living in the woods, like getting eaten by tigers and animals, are like, God, I just wish I had like something to protect myself.
I wish I had one of those like things on the wall that you pee in, and it's got the little blue like fucking popsicle thing in there.
Yeah, everyone's always just miserable, I think. Yeah.
Kind of smells like minty. Little minty, little chlorini.
I did hear someone say that, though, like, if we went back to caveman times, like, women would be so much more hornier because, like, there's danger around every corner.
Oh, shit.
Same reason you take a girl to a scary movie on a date, and she's like, ooh.
I get to walk around with my club, fucking smashing saber-toothed tigers on the head.
Dude, women would be in the movie.
Back off my woman.
24/7, dude.
Right.
Dangers all around.
Well, part of that's because I'd just be rolling around in my fucking tighty whities.
The formal uniform of the apocalypse is just lounging in your underwear. I'd have my bathrobe, to be honest. Do you know how cool it'd be to storm a hill in a bathrobe? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pretty cool, dude.
Well, Mike,
is that Bill and Hill's excellent
I think
adventure?
that might be Bill and Hillary's Epstein adventure. What else? I don't know. I'm running out of shit to say.
You're good. It's been a long week, dude.
It's been a long week. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.